Are you ready to revolutionize your requirements, meetings, and workshops? So don't let a lack of facilitation or communication skills hold you back from reaching your career dreams. Enroll now in Generative AI Augmented Requirements, Meetings, and Workshops, and watch as you transform the way you lead meetings and workshops, making both of them ridiculously productive and insanely enjoyable. Beginning with the preparation for any requirements meeting, the key to success is developing an agenda at the appropriate level of detail for that particular session. This agenda has to specify your objectives because if you don't know what you're trying to achieve, you'll never know when you get it. Depending on the size and scope of the meeting, the agenda can be anything from a very brief, focused bullet point list to elaborate, detailed plans. The goal is to ensure that the agenda is designed to enable clear and achievable outcomes. The goals of your workshop and the specific deliverables that you're going to be able to achieve are going to guide the selection and sequencing of your activities. And there's a logical progression to the series of tasks needed to produce any given deliverable. Take, for instance, an initial requirements workshop. The process typically begins by reviewing or developing a vision statement if you don't have one already. Depending on the nature of the product, you may or may not need an evaluation of the existing situation and current problems. Following this, you'd move on to defining product features, then identifying roles and workflows, and creating business and user requirements or user stories for each role and activity. The next steps would involve prioritizing these elements based on their business value, or pinpointing features or stories that are crucial for a minimal viable product if you're going down that route. As this sequence illustrates, each activity is designed to build upon the results of the preceding one. That ensures a cohesive and comprehensive approach to your requirements gathering. Developing an agenda for a requirements workshop isn't just about putting together a list of topics. It's really about weaving a narrative that's going to guide your participants through the complex journey of understanding and defining a new product. Greetings, fellow business analysts and anyone aspiring to define future digital solutions. I'm Tom Hathaway, and I'm thrilled to present the expanded version of our popular course titled Business Analysis 101, Requirements Mastery with ChatGPT. And who to better assist us in this storytelling than our old AI friend, or new AI friend, ChatGPT. I'm going to demonstrate how you can feed finished documents to ChatGPT so you don't have to copy and paste anything. I'm going to give it two documents in this scenario, a product definition or product description document and a condensed set of guidelines for creating an effective agenda. Now, as you see here, I assign it the role of an experienced facilitator and ask it to create a preliminary agenda for a 3-day requirements elicitation workshop to define the features and user stories for the product. Now, remember, you have to start with the end objective in mind, meaning where you want your workshop to end. Kind of like planning a trip. You need to know your destination before you pack your bags. With ChatGPT, we embark on this planning expedition, and we're going to ensure that every activity is a stepping stone going towards our goal, features and user stories for the MoneyCaster product. First thing our friend does is to confirm that it's read the product description by summarizing the content. Then it reviews the guidelines and confirms them by listing them with modified clarifications. I like that a lot. Next, it confirms that it understands the assignment by mimicking my own words, create a preliminary agenda for the 3-day requirements elicitation workshop. Now, ChatGPT, with its vast knowledge, helps us break down the objective into kind of more manageable chunks, like having a wise old sage who can anticipate the needs of the workshop. This ensures that every participant, from the quiet thinker to the eager beaver, is engaged and contributing. As you can see, it breaks each day into 4 segments: morning, mid-morning, afternoon, and late afternoon. Strange. That's pretty much how I schedule multi-day workshops as well. I generally allocate 90 minutes to each of these segments, and I also insert a 15-minute break between sessions with a 1-hour lunch break. But ChatGPT didn't know that. This works perfectly for me. Now, I'm not going to bore you by reading the entire agenda, but feel free to pause the video while I scroll it if you want to really evaluate it. I'll just say that it generally matches a generic structure that I can agree with. I like its closing remark. Each session includes breaks and time for open discussion to ensure participant engagement and adaptability to emerging ideas and feedbacks. Color me impressed. However, don't think that this is the actual agenda that I'm going to distribute. I still need to put my business analyst hat on firmly and not just review, but modify it to fit into the organization I'm dealing with. All of the individual steps are too generic, which is to be expected since ChatGPT doesn't know the company I'm working with. I strongly suggest that you use this agenda as a starting point for the agenda that you share with others. This one only has the bones. There's no meat on them, and they need to be fleshed out. However, to continue the demonstration, I'd like to see if ChatGPT can defend the suggested outline based on the guidelines that I gave it. Now it gives me step by step the points from my guidelines and explains how the recommended agenda diligently follows them. This shows you that you have the power to guide ChatGPT to create the agenda according to your rules, not mine. Just develop the guidelines, the appropriate ones, and the agenda it creates is going to sing your song. Pretty slick, I have to admit. So there you have it. A glimpse into our ChatGPT and how it can be the secret weapon in a business analyst's toolkit. It's about leveraging this incredible technology to create a workshop that's not just effective, but memorable. Because at the end of the day, it's the memorable experiences that shape us, that drive us, and lead us to innovation. So now let's roll up our sleeves and plan a workshop that will be talked about for years to come. Get lifetime access to the continuously updated content of this life-changing course and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That means you can dive in with total confidence. Invest in your future and join the new era of AI-enhanced business analysis today. Become the communication superhero that your organization needs and wants.